No idea. I failed tonight at this one. This one sucked. Yeah, you know what? Let's just start the damn show. We're back for another episode of the Red, White, and the Blues podcast. This is going to be positive. This is going to be upbeat because I'm Daniel. He's Jason, and we're going to be positive with lots of energy tonight. How are you doing, Jason?
I'm good. I liked how you pointed the other way.
I know. I didn't think about it. I just pointed and it didn't go well.
I'm good. I am ready to come to terms with where Chelsea will end up in the predictions.
Yes, you will learn in this episode where Chelsea will finish. Toward the end of the episode, though, we're going to keep you around.
Yeah. Keep you on your toes. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to know where Chelsea has, don't skip forward to the end, please. We need some retention rate on this. But we are going to predict some Premier League stuff. We're going to predict a little Chelsea, Player of the Year, whatever. We're going to predict some other stuff for Chelsea in the Premier League. And, yeah, so I don't think I don't really know what word to use for Chelsea's going into the 24-25 season. I do know the one word not to use, and that would be optimistic. Like we were last season. But
yes, the episode will be optimistic. The Chelsea season, not so
Correct. Yes, that episode definitely will be optimistic because we're upbeat and we're not depressed this episode because we're not talking about the state of Chelsea. We talk about other things in the footballing world besides Chelsea. So, whatever.
Daniel was talking to me through his design for the Chelsea picture, or the picture that he's going to use for the podcast, and it's good. It's going to be really good.
It's going to be really bad, like bad.
Bad is good.
Bad is bad in this case.
We're talking about the State of Chelsea episode, not this episode. I don't have any inside knowledge on this one, so
yeah, go back, check out that episode if you haven't listened to it yet. We give about a 30-minute rant on about what's wrong with Chelsea currently and all the problems that are going on, and we give it a letter grade.
Yeah, it's not fun. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun for us. It won't be fun for you, but it's a must listen.
It is, because then you can join and just know that these two podcast hosts are suffering along with you out there as well.
Yes.
The state of Chelsea. Well, I must say though that everything does seem to come back to assholes at Chelsea. Like, I mean, they rated the clubs, but just listen.
Yeah.
So the owners are clearly assholes. We can all agree on that.
Yes.
So we rated the clubs last episode, and we gave them fecal matter grades. So then on top of that, we did have hemorrhoids earlier in the preseason. So,
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, I see. Assholes.
Yeah.
Dude, I missed a couple. I missed a couple things I could have said. I mean, I'm gonna assume you've listened to the last episode, so spoilers.
Yeah.
D for deuce. D for dump.
Yeah.
I missed them. I have a clearer head now. now that we're doing predictions.
Now that you've come out of the fog that was like
yes. The fog of poo. now we're here.
I feel like this turned an episode of South Park. Like, like talking about shit.
I'm not gonna lie. I think about that South Park video game where the turkeys are trying to attack you, and you got to throw snowballs at them. You can make the yellow snowballs. I think about that game a lot at this stage of my life, and I don't know why. I haven't made the connection there.
Is that
the one? What?
64?
Yes.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that was the only one anybody remembers. None of the others remember.
That was a good game.
But yeah, I mean, there was one episode of South Park where I think they have like see how many times they say shit on the show.
Yes.
And they did the shit counter in the corner.
Yeah.
It just kept going.
We should do that for one of our episodes this season.
We should, and we should also go to oh crap, my mind, it's too late. I'm too depressed still. Shit. What is the name of that stupid restaurant that they bought? Casa Bonita. That might be late. Okay, so side story here before we get into predictions. So don't Google it. Stop Googling. Let me the story's better.
Are you in the room with me?
That's all you do in this. I know what you're doing. I know you.
I'll leave my hands here.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Head check.
Back on a junior high trip back in
yes,
the good old days. Check. No, but so there was this episode of South Park where there's this restaurant chain that started. I think it was like in the 50s or 60s. It started in Texas. It's called Casa Bonita, and it's a Mexican restaurant. But it's not just any Mexican restaurant, Jason. It is like this huge, gaudy, castle-looking thing.
Okay.
And then they built one in Denver, Colorado, of all places.
Okay.
Well, not only is it just a Mexican restaurant, it is also a show. They have cliff divers in this Mexican restaurant that dive off of cliffs.
We have to go to this.
It is called Casa Bonita. And they did a whole South Park episode. Of course, Clarkman wanted to go to Casa Bonita. He's like, Casa Bonita, Casa Bonita. The whole episode. Hilarious episode. Well, it got shut down during COVID because it's Colorado and you couldn't do anything in Colorado probably during COVID, whatever. But so it went bankrupt. Well, Trey Parker and Matt Stone bought it and they now own it and reopened it.
Dude.
So
we have to go.
Yeah.
Okay. We're taking a trip to Denver.
Yep. Denver, here we come.
Is the game day crew going to do something in Denver this year?
Oh,
you know how they come over and do like American Experience, go stand out there among the awkward 20 people and do a sign or something?
No, they won't do anything in Denver. They did one in Nashville last year.
Yeah.
I think, did we watch? We were watching that Chelsea game together, I feel like.
Yeah, I think we were. Yeah.
Anyway.
I can't even remember last season. I'm focused on this season in Casa Bonita.
I'm focused on 2025, 2026. So.
This episode's a wash.
Yeah, it's a wash. Give me Paez next year. Paez. And Esteval, top 4. We're going to challenge championship. We're challenging for the title next year. But this year.
For sure.
So let's talk about this year. So how do you want to? You need to Google picture Casa Bonita because it is quite a magnificent place.
I was doing just a little bit of Googling on some other things, but yeah, let me check it out.
All right, so where do we want? Do we want to start with? Oh crap! I gotta pull up Where's my little sheet now? Nope, wrong one. Nope, wrong one. Nope. All right, here we go. So we want to start with Chelsea stuff, or do we want to start with Premier League stuff? Where do we want to do with this? How do you want to do it?
Let's do Premier League. We'll save Chelsea for the end.
All right, we'll save Chelsea for we will save the top 6 for the very end in the Chelsea.
Yeah.
Finish. We'll do that very last, but we'll go through everything else first.
Yes.
All right, so let's start with. All right, let's start with Premier League. Let's just stop with who's going to have the most assists in the Premier League this year, Jason.
Ooh, I don't know enough. I'm probably just going to look up who had the most assists last year.
Ollie Watkins, I believe.
Really? Okay.
Ollie Watkins, and there was a bunch of people tied at 10. I think Salah, De Bruyne, somebody else was tied at 10. I think Watkins had 13, maybe.
I don't think it's going to be De Bruyne.
Well, damn it, Jason, I do, and that's my prediction. I'm just putting it out there.
Really?
De Bruyne, yes. He's
wow.
He's going to stay healthy this year. He's going to ride off into the sunset, right on into the Saudi League next year.
Nah, he's done.
That's my prediction. He's probably going to get injured and be out 6 months and probably will have like 5 assists, but damn it, I want KDB to have one last good year in the Premier League. So I really do like him.
Yeah, I really like KDB too. I don't want him to have a good year, or I don't want him to have a good game this weekend. So
yeah, that's fine. I mean, the thing is, I don't feel bad about saying anybody has I want anybody to have a good year this year because there's no hope for Chelsea, so it doesn't really affect us.
Hey, that is true. That's a good way to look at it, actually.
It doesn't really matter to us because
I mean, what's crazy is Cole Palmer was second, or like.
How many do you have?
He did
last year.
I'm guessing this is the number. What is this? Oh, that's appearances. He had 11.
Yeah, so it would have been, yeah.
And so he just sat above De Bruyne and the rest of them at 10.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, Pedro Neto had 9.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. No. Mm-mm. No.
Yeah. We already talked about how he's going to be hurt.
We're not getting depressed.
Nope. I don't know, man. I mean, De Bruyne makes sense.
If he stays healthy, he'll have the most.
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
Healthy in the last 2 or 3 years, so.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at some of the top clubs, I'm just gonna. I don't know. I'm gonna pick. If he's still there, which I think he is, I'm gonna pick Kieran Trippier.
Not a bad shout. Did he? Is he still? No, he got transferred.
Did he? Damn it! I don't know enough about the transfer stuff. I need to do this on my phone. I think my computer is. This is bad. This is really bad. Okay, I'm gonna stop looking at stuff on my computer. It can only do so much. We only have so much money here at Red White Blues FC.
Yeah, I think he is rumored to be transferred. Oh, well,
damn it!
Maybe to United though. That's the rumor.
Okay. Well, that's not cool.
Well, I mean, he'll be playing for United. That's still Premier League, so he can still do it technically, Jason.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
how do you get
it's to United? So he would technically still be in the Premier League.
But for United, that's going to be the problem. Give me Mohamed Salah.
Okay, go with Salah.
That's probably even worse.
Well,
I'm going to do it.
How you think? What's his face is going to do this year?
How Pool's going to do?
Yeah, what's his name?
Yeah, a lot of people have Pool doing pretty well. I'm not so sure, but Salah usually does pretty well no matter what. So I'll just say Salah.
Sounds good. I'm actually going to switch mine from KDB.
Oh.
Because I just thought about this. I'm going to switch to Odegaard.
I thought about doing Odegaard.
Yeah.
Because that would have been really good, but I didn't want to pick Odegaard for some reason.
Fair.
Which means you know who's going to be. KDB.
Yeah, probably so, because
he's going to be the one.
It's definitely KDB. So you're welcome, Kevin. I just blessed you with the assist title this year. But anyway, Golden Boot winner, Jason.
Erling Haaland.
Oh, so we're not going to forget about Haaland this year, like we did the first year that he was in the Premier League. And neither one of us named him, and he just like onslaughted it. I'm going not Haaland because I refuse to pick Haaland. I will never pick Haaland, just out of principle now. I'm going Isak. I think Isak.
Oh yeah.
Newcastle will.
That's really good.
Beat out Haaland this year for the Golden Boot.
Yes.
If once again, all my guys are injury prone because once again he has injury history. So if he can stay healthy, I think he does it. But yeah. Player of the year in the Premier League.
Oof. I don't know. I literally have no idea. Who was player of the year last year?
Foden.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he beat out Palmer for some strange freaking reason.
That's insane to me.
It is complete insanity, Jason. We probably didn't rant about that on the podcast as we should have, but
one of my problems is I don't know if Palmer is going to have as good of a year.
Well, I think we both said on the podcast last year that we can't expect Palmer to have the same season he had this year, so sort of temper your expectations for him. And I think he'll still have a good season. I just don't think it'll be the numbers that he had last year.
Yeah. Give me Bukayo Saka.
That's not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. Saka, up and coming player, trying to just break into the Arsenal side. Finally made an appearance for England. Whatever. Good shout. I'm going Isak.
Yeah.
I'm going Golden Boot winner.
You're thinking breakout year for Isak.
Yep.
I mean, I like it. I love it.
So I'm trying to figure out how to do this so I don't. And it's going to get spoiled either way. Best manager of the year.
Ooh. I don't think it's going to be anybody new. I'm going to go, oh man. I am going to go Arteta.
Arteta? Not a bad shout. I'm going, so this is also going to ruin my surprise team of the year pick we'll do next, but this will ruin it. But I have a reason for picking this.
Okay.
And it's strictly based off of the fact I just want to see Chelsea Twitter melt. Because that's my goal this year. I'm here for the melt this year. So this pick is strictly based off of the manager that would win this award that would cause Chelsea Twitter melt the most.
Okay.
Kieran McKenna. Nothing would cause us to melt more than if McKenna won. Man, he was in the running for the Chelsea job.
On the short list,
No fans wanted him. But damn it, if he wins Manager of the Year,
that'd be freaking hilarious.
Spoiler alert, Ipswich Town is my surprise team of the year this year. I'm just here for the Chelsea Twitter melt. That's what I'm here. The more
I love that.
Fired up, and I can see those guys just have conniption fits, the better my year will be. Because I have no hope that Chelsea will actually do good. So I'm here for the melt.
So spoilers, Ipswich Town does not get relegated for you.
Correct. Ipswich Town does not get relegated. That's right. So who is your surprise team of the year, Jason?
I mean, Ipswich Town's a really good shout for a surprise team.
Yeah.
I need to look at the table.
But,
Yeah, I need to look at the table from last year. Hold on. I'm going based off of gut. I didn't preface this before we started, but I haven't really looked at.
You're not supposed to tell the viewers that, Jason. It's okay if you tell me, but don't tell them.
Nah.
You research for hours.
Yeah. I spend so much time on this. I already told you I was in a Chelsea news embargo. I had the blinders on. I haven't been that excited. Okay, if you say breakout team, like what are the parameters here? Like they finished top 4 when they didn't. They
finished middle of the table last year. They make it to top 5, 4. Like Villa last year is a great example.
Right.
Newcastle the year before, 2 mid-table teams that ended up finishing top 4 the next year. I mean, I don't think they finished top 4.
So Man United, they finished 8th last year.
If Man United were to challenge for the title, I would accept.
Yeah. It's relative to what they're doing.
Correct. Yeah, it's relative to what they were the year before. I feel like is the best way to judge it.
I don't know. This is going to be,
or like a team that was bottom of the table, like what Sheffield, like if Sheffield climbed and finished middle of the table, like they finished 10th this year. I mean,
right.
Not a surprise team.
Right, yeah, like a team that has a lot of upside that actually makes good on it.
Yeah.
The problem is I don't have any faith in these mid-table teams.
They're not very good, but
like none
all the time. So.
Yeah, I got like no faith. I think Newcastle could be pretty good this season.
What did they finish last year then?
7th.
All right.
So that's kind of my that's my problem with them at the moment.
Like I think if they finished top 3, but like I guess with Newcastle they were like the surprise team 2 years ago, and then like I feel like what happened to them last year is the same thing that might happen to Villa this year, in that they have to play Champions League, so they're going to be playing more games. So Villa might not finish in the top 4 like they did last year.
Right.
Could happen. But then again, they do have a decent coach. So,
man, what's kind of crazy is like looking at last season.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'd almost have to pick one of the relegation teams coming up to perform pretty well. And I just don't. I don't know how they're going to do that.
Either that or a mid-table team,
but there's no mid-table team that I think is gonna really go up.
Well, Newcastle. We'll float with Newcastle. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I would rather pick. One of the the teams that got promoted. Sorry, I keep saying relegation team. I'd rather pick one of the teams that came up. And
I think there's one that really does have a good shot at staying up.
And that's Ipswich.
Or
Leicester. Or you think of Leicester?
Leicester probably has a better shot at staying up.
I don't even know who Leicester replaced Maresca with.
Does it matter? He's probably better than Diet Pep. I mean...
Hey, we got to give Diet Pep some credit. He got them promoted.
He did. And
Steve Cooper.
Tried not to. He tried not.
Oh man, it's Steve Cooper.
They might not.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. But if you're talking about Kieran McKinnon, you're talking about Ipswich.
Yeah.
Then that would make sense if they stay up and become like a spoiler team. I could see them doing that.
Yeah. But also, like, to preface this, if Ipswich just stay up by finishing like 4 or 15 or 16, I don't really consider that a surprise team. I consider them, like, for me, they're still going to have to finish toward that upper middle half of the table. Like, they're going to have to finish like 10, 11, 12 for me to really count this as a win.
Yeah.
I feel like even if they just manage to stay up and scrape by, I don't really consider that a surprise team. I just consider that them being scrappy or something.
I just don't see that much difference happening on the table this year.
I mean,
there's like a team
lose points this year.
Yeah,
we could lose points though. I guess we should take that into account.
Yeah, we could lose points, but also apparently Leicester are in danger of losing points as soon as they come up.
We're
as well.
Already on this shit, and we haven't even started the season yet. My gosh.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just don't know if there's like we're gonna. I'm thinking like a team would have to challenge for the title or something.
So what if we do this then? What if you just put none, and then everything just stays even killed?
I mean,
I would allow that.
Okay,
I think that's fair.
That just took a lot of pressure off of me and made me feel really good. I'm gonna say there's no breakout team.
I think that's a fair answer though.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's not like because there's been years where there haven't been breakout teams.
Yeah.
Where there hasn't been a team.
It is a bit of a risky pick because then all it takes is one of the 20 to do something amazing and have an amazing run somewhere along the way. Yeah. But in that narrative to me can be any sort of thing because like I mean I would say Palmer like last year, is arguably like the breakout player and didn't get nearly respected enough for it.
Yes.
So I mean, like it can be a story like that I think can help a team shape the narrative of them having a breakout season. So it is a bit of a risky pick, I think, but I think I would feel better about that because I just don't see that much. Like I see like little changes here or there that are going to make differences this season. So I'm comfortable with that. So I appreciate the bone.
No problem. No, I think honestly, like I was just saying, I think it's a fair pick that like, because I mean, it might just stay even kill, and I don't think like I mean like, I don't know. I mean, I picked Ipswich just because I want to see the melt. Like I said, I'm here.
Yeah.
And plus, what if like Amari Hutchinson ends up being like Premier League Young Player of the Year? That would be more of a melt. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Dude.
I'm here for that, man.
That would be hilarious. Yeah.
Oh. All right. First manager fired.
I am going to say Wolves. Who's that? O'Reilly?
Who is it?
I think it's O'Reilly. Let me see. I'm pretty sure. Oh, sorry. O'Reilly. O'Neill. Gary O'Neill.
Is that Gary with an A and 2 R's?
Just 1 R, but with an A.
What a weirdo.
Okay, listen to their first run of matches.
Okay.
I'm going to do the first 8.
Okay.
Arsenal, us, Nottingham Forest, Newcastle, Villa, Poole, Brentford, Man City.
Yeah, that's a pretty brutal run.
Yeah, that's their first 8. So they have a really horrible run. We just took Neto away from them.
True.
It's a fair shout. It's kind of solid. I
think it's a solid pick. A solid pick. I went with Russell Martin from Southampton. I think that he will, unfortunately.
That's like just such a Russell Martin.
Russell Martin. Like the most generic name that you can come up with.
Will never be remembered. No, I'm just kidding. Watch Russell Martin become like.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, that's.
We're going to try and after we fire Pep this year, around March or April, we're going to. Russell Martin's going to be our next game.
Man, that is interesting though. Like, because Southampton's one of the promoted teams, right?
Yeah.
So, like, that is interesting to think of. Like, here's a manager that just got you promoted.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess did they keep their same manager? I don't know. Maybe
unless
they didn't.
Their manager left somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That is possible.
It is possible. I mean, we just saw it happen with Leicester. I mean, the Masters, they got that Pep guy. I bet they're going to win the league this year.
Yeah. That is interesting. Old Russ.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Russell Martin looks like half villain, half like CGI.
He's probably AI, Jason. He's not a real person.
He's definitely AI. He's only been the manager of Southampton since 2023. So that's interesting.
All right. Sorry about that. The Premier League will be clinched this year. I think it was 36 last week.
Yeah, I was wanting to say 36 this time as well. I don't think it's going to be super early.
No, I don't think it will be either.
I'll say something in me wants to say 35 though, but that feels a little early. I'm going to say 35.
I went 34.
Whoa.
And I was about to change it to 35, and you said 35.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, say 35.
I think it's interesting to see who we have winning the league whenever we get there.
I could also see it coming down to last game of the season.
I could too.
Which I would love.
Yeah, it makes it
okay, I change it. 38.
38? Okay, 38. You deserve the right to change it. I'm going to change mine to 35.
You're welcome.
Oh, man.
You reserve the right to change it too, Daniel.
Yeah, right. FA Cup winners.
I don't know. Newcastle.
Okay, that's an interesting pick.
What's really interesting is Poole beat us last year, right? But then Man U still beat City for EFL. So it's I think it's those tournaments can get really interesting. Nothing's guaranteed.
Yeah. I agree. It's all about matchups, and last year we had a really easy draw to the EFL finals.
Yes,
stupidly easy that we tried to somehow make hard, but somehow we got there. But and then we lost a bunch of kids playing our own kids. That keep that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we were EFL last year. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. Liverpool. Yeah, because United won the FA Cup, which sent us home from Europa League.
Right.
I have Arsenal winning it. I don't know why. I don't.
No, makes sense.
Whatever. Have Arsenal winning it. The cup no one cares about. AKA, I don't even know. What is it? The car? Is it still the Carbo? I don't even know what the hell it's
called. Yeah. I don't. I want to pick a different team, but then I don't have any faith. I'm gonna pick Tottenham. Just whatever.
Tottenham will get a trophy.
Yeah.
Tottenham finally gets to dust off the old cabinet and put a trophy in there, Jason.
I just want to see them so excited that they got one little trophy.
That they got the trophy that no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
Fair. All right. I think that is outside of the. Yeah. All right. So let's move on.
Wait, who was yours?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even say that. Manchester United.
I almost picked them.
Yeah, I mean, Ten Hag, and that'll be enough to get Ten Hag another year on his freaking contract.
Yeah.
Whatever. They'll win some meaningless trophy, as they always do.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to Chelsea stuff now. So let's go leading assist person for Chelsea next year.
I'm going a little outside here
in
hopes that he stays healthy the whole season.
I know where
I'm going to Nkunku.
That was my second pick, but I went with I also went with an outside the box pick, which is probably very dumb, but I just went with it anyway. I went with Dudu Dewsbury Hall.
Oh yeah, that's a good pick
because he's played Maresca's system a lot. I think Maresca will probably start him more than he deserves, and he'll somehow get him more assists.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I don't know. Who's going to be our leading goal scorer this year?
I'm just going to go Palmer again.
I went Palmer too. Now I will say this.
I think I'm trying to manifest it. I want him to have a good season still. And I think he'll have a good season, but I want him to have another breakout season and be recognized. And I don't want the last season to just be a fluke.
Right. But I think we both we talked about it last year. I know on the episode about tempering your expectations for Palmer this year.
Yes.
Don't put that bar that high for him. Just let him play.
Yes.
Let him cook. I will say this: if we do somehow sign Osimhen, I will.
Oh yeah.
I will say this on this podcast now. I will be switching my pick to Osimhen.
I actually think we. I don't know if we did this last year, but maybe a month or two in, we should be able to revise predictions if we want.
I like that idea. I
feel like we've done that, but I feel like we need to be able to do that.
Okay. I'm cool with that. Chelsea Player of the Year.
Mykhailo Mudryk.
How dare you slander his name, Jason?
Player of the Year. I kind of want to go outside. If it gets hard, right? Because scoring is kind of what most people care about.
Yeah.
I would love for it to be Reece though. Well,
he's missing the first 3 games of the season, so.
Yeah. I still think he can make an impact. I'm just gonna say Reece. I just want to choose Reece. I love Reece. I want it to be a defender. I hope that he steps up.
I have Palmer.
But he's already got like a injury, doesn't he? So
yeah, he tweaked his hammy. But I mean, he's out for 3 weeks. So what does it even matter? He's got 3 weeks to recover.
Yeah, and they said it was minor, but Palmer makes sense.
They always say that it's minor, and then it ends up.
I know,
for 3 months,
especially with Reese.
What was Lavia's injury last year? It was a minor injury, and he missed he missed the whole damn season. So
Lavia just blinked back into existence.
Yeah, he is a real person. We can confirm that.
Yes.
He's played most. Probably had been one of our better players in the preseason.
Freaking Lavia.
Yeah. All right. Do we want to? Do we want to do point total for Chelsea first?
Ooh.
Or do we want to do who will be relegated first? And then go into where we think Chelsea will finish. Or do we want to say Chelsea for last?
Yeah, let's do Chelsea last.
All right, let's do that. All right, so who's your 3 relegated teams, Jason?
Man, I think it's always safe to choose the 3 teams that got promoted.
Correct.
That's always a safe bet.
You'll probably get at least 2.
Yeah. What I want to do is I want to put a dark horse down there. And I'm gonna shit on Wolves this season. So yeah, I'm putting Wolves down.
We're getting relegated too.
Yeah.
Happening.
It's gonna happen. We've just manifested it. It makes sense. They're gonna have a hard time. They're gonna have a hard time this season. And then I'm still gonna pick Leicester and Southampton and hope Ipswich stays up.
All right, Leicester, City, and Southampton.
Yep.
Okay, I have, as I already stated, I too am predicting Wolves to go down this year. I don't know why. They just they spoke to me. I'm with you. I always put at least one dark horse team. I think I predicted Everton to get relegated like the last 3 years in a row.
Dude, that's not a bad pick though. Maybe this year they kind of, I don't know. I don't feel as bad about them this year.
Yeah, but
especially after what they overcame last year. But yeah,
right. So I have Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have Southampton. I think they're the worst of the promoted teams. They got promoted, just my opinion. And then I put in another. I did not put in Leicester. I think Leicester stays up, and of course we know Ipswich is going to be. I mean, come on,
breakout team of the season,
breakout team of the year with McKinnon leading the charge. I put Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, I didn't. I just love Nottingham Forest. That's who I used to play in FIFA, and I didn't want them to get relegated. But I knew you were going to say Nottingham Forest because I have a feeling that they'll probably go down.
Yeah, they didn't have a good year last year. They were lucky to stay up, and I just feel like Leicester and Ipswich just has that weird, like Cinderella vibes with me. And then Leicester, I think, is still pretty much the same team minus Madison and Dudu Dewsbury. So they're not too far off. I don't know. I think they're So to recap, Jason has Wolves, Leicester, Southampton, and I have Southampton, Nottingham Forest, Wolves. No order to those. Those are just 3 teams.
It's just like if Leicester doesn't get point deducted, then probably they might be okay.
Deducted, I think they're going down for sure. I would agree with that. I think it's points deducted. All right. So now we'll move on to. Do you want to do top 6 now, and then do what Chelsea's going to finish?
Let's do top 6.
Want to do? All right.
Yeah, let's do top 6.
Okay. All right. So I'll start us out. Number 6. I'm going to go with the cup no one cares about winners, Tottenham Hotspurs.
Yep.
In the 6th position in the league.
Yeah.
I don't really the way they play is just too open. They're going to concede too much. They don't have enough goal scorers on that team to compete. They might finish lower than that if they get real leaky in the back, which is a strong possibility. So Tottenham could fall this year, but
Ugh. This is hard.
It is hard, dude. I went back and forth between like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like how everything was going to shake out. It was crazy.
I'll just say, I don't know. Can I spoil? I won't spoil.
Don't spoil.
I'm just gonna say 6. I'm gonna say shit.
I mean, if you're gonna spoil 5, then yeah, go for it. Just do your 5.
No. I'm not gonna. I was gonna do like a. Okay, I think I know who I think is gonna finish top 6, but I just don't know the order. I think Tottenham is really good there, but I'm gonna say Newcastle.
Newcastle in 6.
Yeah,
that's a fair shout. It's fair.
This is hard. This is hard
because literally, I think there's 7 teams.
Yeah.
Get shot at finishing top 6. I think there's 7 teams.
Ooh, who? Okay, are you including Villa in those 7? Probably. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, but the thing is I can see Villa finishing like Newcastle did last year.
Yeah.
Because of having to play Champions League football in more matches.
Yes, so, exactly. I think there are 6 teams, and Villa is not one of them. But
okay, so yeah. So that's where, and I know what team you have in there instead of me. So.
Yeah, probably.
Pool in there.
Yes.
Yeah. See, that's where we did.
Because I almost put Pool 6.
Yeah. See, I don't have Pool, and that's where I sort of differentiate with is where does Pool play into this? And I think if I had to pick a team to pull out, it probably would be Villa because of the match congestion that they're going to have.
They're going to be stretched.
I think I'm just putting more stock in Emery than and that he's going to be able to get the best out of his boys as opposed to what the unknown is with Slot and Liverpool and them not making any first team signings and they're getting older. Like, at some point that's going to catch up with you. So and I just feel like it's this year. There's too much transition going on in Liverpool, so I just feel like they fall out of the top 6 this year. So you're going Newcastle at 6, right?
Yes.
Okay. We're so confident in these picks.
Actually, let's do Pool 6.
You're going to do Pool 6, okay?
I think I figured it out.
You figured it out. All right.
I think Pool is top 6 this year, but I'm going to do Pool 6.
See, and I always make this mistake. I think I made this mistake last year of not putting Pool in the top 6, and they finished top 6. So,
No, but everything you said is true, which kind of convinced me to put them at 6. I was already going back and forth, but I am not high on Pool this year by any means. I just don't think the problem for me with Villa, because Villa could be the spoiler here. And the problem with Villa, though, is going to be their Europa League. Champions League. So that's going to be the problem for them this year. If they can overcome it, then Unai Emery probably should be the manager of the season.
I would agree with that.
But
if they finish top 4, he should be manager of the year. Just for being able to do that back to back with Villa.
Yeah, I agree. So, like, banking on the fact, like, I mean, you have to choose. Like, is Villa going to overcome it or are they not? And I'm choosing that they won't. So, but again, it's unpredictable. We're trying to predict the unpredictable here. It's like predicting a tornado. And so, I think, I agree with you, though. Unai Emery is proving that Arsenal shouldn't have let him go so early. Yeah. Although Arsenal are probably happy with that at the moment. Yeah, but they weren't happy with that for about 3 or 4 years. So, like,
for sure.
Like, they put themselves behind maybe. Or maybe Unai Emery just needed the right team. Whatever. I mean, he's proven that he can do it. So I agree with you. Like, I do really rate Emery. It's just can they do it? I don't know.
It is, and I agree. And I think the easy part was picking the top 2. That was easy.
Oh yeah, yes.
But picking 3 through like 8, is like one of the hardest things ever because it is just like there's so many teams that it can go either way, either or. Like I mean, like you could say the same thing about Chelsea this year with our match congestion and the way it's going to be. Yeah. Even though we have a freaking bloated squad.
Yeah.
You could say the same thing against us.
I have no confidence in us.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
So do you know? Yeah, neither do I. Do you have your 5th place team?
Yes, I'm going to say Newcastle.
Newcastle in 5th. All right.
Oh, Jesus. What am I doing?
Devaulted the champions of champions, Manchester United, in 8th.
Yeah.
Or in 5th, sorry.
Yeah.
5th. So, I don't know. I'm not picking them to win the league like I did last year. Like thinking Ten Hag is going to click, but I think he'll sneak into 5th.
I'm going to have to change. I'm going to have to, because I'm kind of doing some of this on the fly. I'm going to have to change one of our predictions later.
Okay. We can do that.
So, yeah, I'll do that.
Who do you have?
Oh, never mind. No, I don't. I don't have to do that.
Number 4 for me, I have Villa finishing 4th.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, like I said, it's like you said.
Yeah.
I think you have to pick Villa or Poole to finish in the top 6.
Mm-hmm.
It's one or the other. I think the other teams are set.
Yeah.
So I just think for whatever reason, Emery's going to overcome the odds and get out there.
I'm going to go Tottenham.
That's fine.
This is going to be a weird top 6 for me. I'm going to hate it. Yeah.
It's going to be such a weird season. So, number 3, is it the Devils?
United. Yeah. For me, yeah.
Yep, Manchester United. And I have Newcastle.
Yeah.
Finishing there. Because, and it's the exact, which is weird that I'm doing this. I have them finishing there because they don't have match congestion. Because they're not in European football this year. So, I have them finishing in 3rd instead of Villa, but I'm still also using the other principle. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, and part of this is going to be like which teams can still show their quality. Like, can Liverpool still maintain some of the momentum they have from Klopp, even though they still have a lot of the same players, even though they're aging?
Right.
Like, can Newcastle take advantage of their schedule and finish higher? Can Man United, show some of the quality that they showed towards the end of the season and take themselves into 3rd like I think they're going to? I don't know. That's the thing. I'm kind of putting a lot of faith in some of the, I guess, maybe historical precedent that some of those teams have. But then one of those teams doesn't have Klopp, and one of those teams has shown they can really screw the pooch and finish 8th. Which, if you're going from 8th to 3rd, does that mean they're a breakout team? I don't know. But that's weird to say about Man U, who we kind of saw had some potential last season and just weren't able to ever get it together. But then were able to save Eric Ten Hag's job by winning the EFL or the FA. But then was that a fluke? Because Pep will overthink it. So I don't know, man. Yeah, you and I are of like minds, but we're banking on different things, I think.
Right. We're banking,
which is really interesting.
But yeah, it is. And it's just it goes to show you how the I don't know, I can't think of the word I'm looking for here, the disparity that is in the Premier League. Just anybody can do it. Now, I do think the top, which I now that I'm sitting here thinking about this, I don't know. I sort of have my doubts about City this year and how well they're going to do. I mean, yeah, you still have the greatest goal scorer in the Premier League right now, but you're losing Ederson in the back. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. But yeah, so do you want me to go first?
Who's your number 2?
Man City.
Man City.
I have City coming. I think this is the year that
Same.
I don't I mean, the thing is that Arsenal's getting closer and closer and closer.
Yep.
And I think eventually the pendulum's got to swing. And I think this is the year that it does swing. And that, I just think Man City is, I don't know. It's going to be a weird season. I just feel like Arsenal is going to get over that. As much as it pains me to freaking say this.
I
hate it.
Yeah, I agree. That Arsenal winning was probably the first prediction that I was like comfortable actually making. Even at the very beginning of this whole thing, that was the first prediction. I knew when we got to top 6 they were going to be 1 for me. I don't like it. I don't like saying it.
I hate it.
But I think it just feels like the season in the same way that you're talking about Kieran McKenna melting the fan base. Mm-hmm. Like I think we would all like absolutely lose our shit when Arsenal probably win the season or win the title this year. But I think it's just feels like the year that the disparity is really going to be shown between the London clubs and you have Tottenham who are they're going to Tottenham it because they're just back to that. But Arsenal, you're right, they have been on the trajectory to win it, and I would love it if they don't.
For sure. I don't want them. Let's preface this. We don't want them to win it.
Yeah, exactly. And I'd rather City not win it either. But
I would rather City win than Arsenal.
Exactly. So. Lesser of two evils. So but yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be Arsenal.
I do too. I think City is aging also.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Ederson's going to be a bigger loss with Ortega in goal. I think that's going to be a bigger loss than people are sort of giving that credit for right now. Now, here's the thing, though, that the City, the kicker's always Pep. Like you said a minute ago, Pep does tend to overthink things. But if he finds something that works, and it works, then everybody else is in trouble. Because he's always innovating. So that's the thing. Will Pep find something that works? Can he get the best out of his team? Which he is one of the better managers at getting the best out of his team. So we'll see. But by George, Chelsea has died Pep. So maybe we're on the horizon. Maybe we're coming up.
Yeah.
Neither one of us picked Chelsea to finish in the top 6. What's your prediction for where Chelsea? Well, let's do this.
Yeah.
How many points do you think we get this year?
I think they go hand in hand probably at this stage. So last year I finished 63 points.
Yep. Did we get 53 again this year?
Dude, what's crazy is that we finished 60. If we finished 69 points, if we had won 2 more games, we would have been top 4.
Yep.
Because Villa squeaked in with 68, and then Tottenham had 66, and we had 63. I don't know, man. I don't think we can get 60. I don't think we can get in the 60s. I think...
You don't?
No, I think we're going to be closer to mid-table. I don't know.
This is harder than picking, I think, where we...
what's crazy is I'm poking around some of the predictions, like I'm looking at what other people are saying. A lot of people are like, think we're going to be higher than we are going to be. I mean, I already think, I think Villa, right, would be 7th on the season if they don't make top 6.
Yep.
So then I already got us 8. If we had finished 8 last year, Man U finished 8th with 60 behind Newcastle at 60.
Mm-hmm.
So if we finish 8th, which I don't know if we can do, then that would be a 60 or a 59.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta think we're gonna get a little lower than that.
I mean, the thing is with the Premier League right now is the gap between all the teams is getting closer and closer. So really, it's always been any team can beat any team on any given day.
Mm-hmm.
But really, this club should beat this club.
Yeah.
So it's how many of those games that we're supposed to win are we going to drop this year? Do we do like we did with Poch?
Yeah.
With Maresca? And this is my thing with Maresca and where we are right now. Palmer's played a game total, just about. Nico has yet to play. I don't think he played this past week. If we're going to sign another striker, they haven't played in Maresca's system yet. Neto has yet to play in Maresca's system. Reese is missing the first 3 matches. Cucurella has played a little bit Maresca's system. We only have one left back because he refuses to play Chilwell, which I'm fine with, by the way. Our defense is in shambles. We have 2 goalkeepers that are both mid. I just think that the beginning of this season is going to be very rough. And I don't know how we're going to – when we'll recover from that.
Yeah. We were playing some mid-table teams up until October 19th, but we got 2 conference leagues games.
Yeah.
We play City on the 18th.
And then a bunch of mid-table teams.
Yeah. We play City on the 18th, conference on the 22nd, Wolves on the 25th, conference on the 29th, Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, West Ham, Brighton, Nottingham Forest, and then Poole. Well, then it's Poole, Newcastle, Man United, Arsenal.
That's a brutal run of games.
So from October 19th through November the 9th.
They're ruining freaking spooky season for me this year.
Yeah.
During spooky season?
Yes. We played 4 of what I think are going to be the top 6 teams. So, that's brutal. So I've got to, man. Okay, my gut told me 11th.
Damn.
Yeah, I had us pretty low.
Jeez, bro.
Do you think we're gonna finish? I mean, with Potter, we finished 12th. I think we overperformed last season. Thanks to Palmer.
Yeah, true.
True. We gotta hope Palmer can do that again. Plus some of the players that we put around. Plus we gotta hope Maresca can manage it all.
Yep.
My initial was 11th. I was trying to make 8 work, and then I thought if we could finish with 54 points, that would have put us 9th. So I just don't know. I don't know how high we can go, and I obviously have us in like 8th at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go. I'll go top half of the table. Against my better judgment. I'm going to go 9th with 54 points.
9th with 54.
Jeez. Okay. I hate it.
Well, we're not too... I mean, I'll say this. We're not too far off.
But I almost went 11th with maybe like 49 points or something.
Low 50s, high 40s. Yeah, I mean, the thing is I think I said a couple of weeks ago on this podcast, I can see us finishing anywhere between 8th and 10th. I feel like that. I feel like 8th is our ceiling this year, in all honesty. Like, if
I agree.
Club 8, it's been a win of a season.
Yeah.
But like you, against my better judgment, I did pick us to finish 8th. Like, I did.
I
think Liverpool finishes 7th and we finish 8th.
Yeah.
And I mean, on paper, we're better than the teams that, if we finish 8th, we're better than the teams that are below us. On paper.
We should finish 8th at least, but.
And like, that's the thing. Like, if
somebody's going to squeak by us. It's going to be embarrassing.
It is. And that's what I'm saying. If we don't finish at least 8th and win the Conference League, this year's a waste and a failure. That's my opinion. If we don't do those 2 things, this season's a failure. At minimum, you should do that. And you should probably make a run in one of the cups. But I will forgive us not making a run in the cups if we win Conference League.
Yeah.
That being said, 8th place, I feel like, and Conference League at minimum is the goals for this year. And if those 2 things don't happen, Maresca needs to be fired. Just saying. Especially if we finish outside top 10. He needs to be fired.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, is like, Poch would have done more with less.
Yeah.
Because I think, like, Lobby has clearly shown he's one of our better midfielders. Like, probably better than Gallagher. So, there's that. Poch had Palmer. They both had Palmer. If he gets Osherman, he's got Neto, which is arguably, despite his injury, he's at least on par with Sterling and better than Madueke and Mudryk.
Yeah.
Defense is the same.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper's the same. Well, actually, Poch played Petrovic, so actually...
Goalkeeper's worse.
Yeah, goalkeeper was worse.
I'm kidding.
Technically, by the way they're judging the squad, it was because they went out and bought Jurgensen. So,
yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if you're going by the way they built the squad, if you finish anything lower than what Poch did, you fired Poch for that. Why would you not fire Moreno? Why would you?
But that's what they want. That's their goal. Their goal is to fire you if you finish even close to the top 4. If you whiff it, they don't want the top 4. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this, but they do not want the top 4.
Well, the thing is too is that like if we I don't know what I was going to say. I don't know if I said it. 58 points is what I predicted us to get.
Okay. Nice.
So, it's going to be a long year. Like I said, I'm already prepping for the 2024-2025 season.
Yeah.
We have been on this episode way too long. And,
But you wrote all this down, right?
I did write it all down.
Okay, great.
So I took notes. It'll be posted on our blog whenever we decide to put this video up. And say Thursday. There'll be a blog post with all our predictions. Before we leave, one last prediction, Jason. How much will we lose to City by on Sunday?
Oh, this game again. We tried playing this a little bit. Yes, damn game.
Get the spreadsheet ready, Jason. Get it ready.
Jeez. I'm gonna say it's gonna be surprising. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say 4-2. We lose.
I'm going 4-1.
Okay.
Holland hat trick again. I think it's the same score it was whenever we played him in the preseason.
Yeah.
So we lose. That's the thing we can both at least agree on, that we're going to the game with no hope, no expectations. If we even like take the lead, 1-0, and then still end up losing, we will probably count this as a win.
Yes,
because that's how in the shitter we are right now.
But the game's on Sunday.
Yep, fun.
And
are you gonna watch it?
Oh yeah, 10:30.
You want to live stream it?
I don't know about that, but we'll see.
Okay, let me know.
I did not enjoy our last live stream.
I enjoyed our last. I enjoy our live streams. I enjoy the live streams.
We'll see.
I enjoy them. We'll see.
I'll gear up for it.
Gear up for it, man. It's gonna be a long.
Yeah.
But So, anything else you want to add to this freaking hour-long episode that I did?
I don't think I'm ready for the season.
No,
I'm not ready at all.
No,
so,
I'm just. You know what I am ready for, Jason? For it to be up.
Yes.
I'm ready for this season.
Amen to that.
I never wanted a season to. This rival, like the fact that we haven't even played a match yet, and I'm ready for the season. This is worse than the Potter year. Like Potter, by halfway through, at least we had some hope. But eventually, I was like, this season. By the time we fired Potter, I'm done with this year. Last year, Poch kept me entertained. Halfway through the season, I was ready to quit. Then he sucked me back in.
Yeah.
This year, though.
Yeah. There's
2025.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
It is, but I don't know. I'm ready, man.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how we really feel when we start battling relegation soon.
I can't.
Oh man.
Oh, all right. Tell these people where they can find us, Jason.
You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Threads. Substack is our blog, and the YouTube. If you're listening to us on the pod, and you like a little more visual, you like a little more beard, you like a little more handsome men, you like seeing my bear spread out, spread eagle. My wife gave me that bear a long time ago. But if you like seeing those things, you can check us out on YouTube. And we've made it easy for you. We're at Red White Blues FC on all the platforms. Interact with us, talk to us, like and subscribe us, hit the bell or whatever shit you're supposed to say for YouTube.
YouTube shit.
Do all the YouTube shit.
Right. Yeah, I like that. That's what we need to start going with. Do the whenever you get to the point, check us out on YouTube and do all the YouTube shit.
Yeah, you need to say So you don't miss anything, and it really helps us out in the algorithm if you do the YouTube shit.
That's right.
I'll work on it.
Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to your podcast at these days, we are there. And until another miserable Monday next week, we'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Here we go. Flippity floppity.